Well, that was just night one, huh? Whew, and if you look at it just on a whiteboard, if you wake up on the morning in the morning and look at .NET, you may be like, that doesn't look anything too outstanding. Well, it pretty much was. They and like 90-minute sets as somewhat expected, and you can see here, only 8 songs. So some jams were to be had early and often, all throughout. And then, yeah, you see all the way down here, a solid again. If you were complaining about how they played a lot of these songs, well, yes, they are aware. Maybe perhaps this was like, repeat night. And, I believe this was show 601 since they've come back in 2009. And this was almost like hey, okay, pretty somewhat new to the party, very new to the party. But overall, these are some of the hits, live hits. And look at these first set ones for sure. Moma Dance, mostly first set, always good. Same with Back on the Train, Wolfman's, Roggae, Wave of Hope. While it goes a little bit, it's Wave of Hope and Sand kind of everywhere, but just all songs that they kind of know what they are doing, know their way around the track, and Chalk Dust over here, Light. So a lot of familiar songs, but never a lot of duds from any of these songs. Back on the Train maybe has kind of went off the tracks a little bit. When I got back on the train in 2014 after taking a little bit of a break from the band, from that point on, Back on the Train, has kind of been just a monster. So we got to eventually get started here with where we opened up with Moma Dance. And Moma Dance, Moment Ends is a good example of a Mondegreen. All right, I don't know why that has a word. Everything has to have a word now. I can't believe that has a word. Whatever that is, it's a Mondegreen. All right, so let's not get too dorky here. Phish will do that to you, though. I'm not above being a little Phish nerdy, but come on, man, you're pushing my limits there. So Moma Dance, if that's what it takes to get Moma Dance out of the 2 spot and into the opener, we'll take it. And while it was maybe not the greatest one ever, maybe not even the best one we've gotten yet, but it was not, and a lot of times these first songs of the night just doesn't sound quite great yet. I guess every venue, every show's a little different. They got to get a little tuned in. I know they try. It's a live show. All right. So then they got the pressure from everybody watching on YouTube. The most viewers they're going to have all night probably here's this set one opener. All right. So we get over here to Back on the Train. Much better than that King Gizzard opener. I don't want to carry on about that, but boy, they tried their first attempt at a YouTube stream tonight. All right, so let's go over here to Back on the Train. And, while it was like I said, Back on the Train, it was nice, but it's not really, certainly wasn't going to be the highlight of the night from which followed. Wolfman's Brother, we got a decent telephone ring. For a split second there, a half beat, it seemed like Trey almost was going to forget. Last time there was a little confusion maybe with Billy. He's like, maybe I'll let Billy take it. Maybe I'll take it. Maybe Billy will be like, what the hell was that? So it just wasn't there. But tonight, came in late. Then there was a point in the Wolfman's jam. It's going along nicely. Good, solid first set jam. And it was like maybe I heard like another Phish song coming. I thought maybe it was like Anything But Me. Maybe a callback to this date 20 years ago. And but no, it just led to more of a jam and really kind of kicked the jam up a notch really from that point. And almost all of the jamming tonight was everybody. It wasn't necessarily just a 100% Trey fest. Fishman you would realize, oh wow, listen to Fishman, Page too. Anytime you would just sort of kind of want to focus individually on each guy, you would realize Mike had his moments. Certainly, we'll get to this. And then, right here's a Mike moment. I guess this was considered a Mike song, I suppose. If, not a ton of covers to be had, but there's one. And then Roggae, like I was saying about these strong first set songs. Nothing that's ever going to be too fancy, but one that they usually are going to play pretty well. One that I like. I like the style of how that one goes. NICU, I think people are probably happy with that one. A little bit unexpected. Not a ton of surprises tonight. That was the one that is maybe not in heavy rotation, but certainly always going to be welcomed. And then Wave of Hope. There was parts there that Trey did not nail, unfortunately. Other parts sounded very well. Some will, some won't. All right, so this really here, while both separate, kind of felt like a nice big ending to the set. And I like it too, Sure, we're going to get our Possum over here. Everything's right. It's like a little combination of both, but just take a big one like Sand. Go. No need to stop and play an anthem. So the first set, right about 90 minutes, not a lot of downtime, All right. So we got a little bit, did we get a little jammed out in the first set, perhaps? No, not at all. This song here, I don't know. That mine. I don't know about all that. Sometimes I'm like, what? And then there's that one part. It's twice in a row now. It seems like Trey's struggling a little bit on the vocals. It's like, dude, you just wrote the song. Why would you write a part and sing like you can't pull it off? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Right? Like the mind. Sure, he pulls that off. But then once it got going, man, it probably topped Wolfman's. And then this down here, it maybe for some will be the song of the night. And then Chalk Dust following that up. And then much like the Wolfman's and all of the jamming throughout, it was a little bit of everybody. The only time really somebody just jumped out at you and was like, whoa, listen to this guy, was Light with Mike Gordon. The Chalk Dust, not a lot going on there, just kind of a rocker through. They thought about jamming it and was like, yeah, let's go over to Light. Let's play another one that we play all the time. People will love that. And then, but to me, Light kind of went going. It was really when Mike got weird. I don't know what the hell Mike was doing. But it sounded like it took a minute too for the rest of the band to come in. Oh yeah, and then speaking of weird mic and bass guitar, well, I swear early on he's had like two bass guitars. One's a little bigger, it's like all black, basically just black on black it looks like, and then the other one's got more gray and black, which I felt like, was it just the light, something going on there? Or did he start out with the big bass and then somehow, without me noticing, switch back to the one that he's used most of the tour? I know some of you guys keep a real close eye on that. Trace rig, man, Trace rig. All right, let's get over here to this Prince Caspian. And at one point with Prince Caspian, I even asked Mary, I was like, you think you can reach when they were playing Caspian? She likes that song. She hasn't tuned in a lot this summer, but she was into that. And I was like, you think it'll reach Magnaball levels? She didn't really know what Magnaball was or what that was question meant, but her answer was no. And I think it may have equaled it, perhaps. That was a damn good Caspian. At one point, it seemed like, oh, okay, they're just that's like with the Chalk Dust and then the weirdo mic stuff here. The Caspian felt like, and then they didn't. They kind of like the Wolfman's over here. They didn't give up on it. They take it the extra, and then it does. Like I was like, ooh, it's becoming a festival regular. Caspian, maybe your song of the night. Cross-eyed and painless, getting in there. On repeat night, sure. Lonely Trip, well, it's fun, but it didn't seem like it was a ton tonight. Then Lonely Trip, finally, the slowest, quietest, calmest point of the night, perhaps, was old Lonely Trip here, and then everything's right. Like I said, part anthem, they did jam it, of course, like they always do. And then saw it again, referencing everything like we have just said. A lot of repeats here, a lot of songs consistently, not just this summer, but throughout 3.0. And saw it again was nice and fun. The vocals were very enthusiastic. Possum, very enthusiastic. And then Slade, just damn. Every time, we just got it at Deer Creek. You would think at a certain point, myself, might get a little tired of Slade, but no, I don't think I ever would. No. All right, so look at that. Lots of red on night one. Started out as like, well, that looks a little boring. That doesn't look so boring. I thought it was damn good. It was a dandy. It was a doozy. Too much, like a lot of Sharpie in the air. Woo. I'm a little woozy. This was a doozy. Come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Telling dad jokes? Let's get out of here. Boom. Thank you guys for tuning in. Not only all summer, but tonight. And if you made it this far, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I mean, that Slave was so good. You might as well give me a thumbs up. Shit. All right. Love you guys. Boom. We're out of here. Boy, what's tomorrow going to be? Like covers night, jam night, Hall of Fame night? I mean, they snuck a Hall of Fame in there on us. Chalk Dust, Slave. Got some big boys still to come. Jam vehicles. Boop, back up the Jambulance. Beep, beep, beep. One of these nights, man. What about the Allman Brothers, bro? The Allman Bros, bro. I don't know. I don't know about the Allman Brothers. I mean, this has been a pretty rad Phish tour, and I've got more comments about the Allman Brothers than most anything. About them from the bottom. All right, we've gone on way too long. It's a festival, man. Let's break some rules. You want to go 10 minutes? I don't. Boom, love you.